Dread it, run from it. Destiny still arrives. What's going on out there, everybody? Y'all have been waiting. We are back. Me and Lucas, we're about to
I
do
don't
the
find that
daggone
quote.
thing.
I don't find that quote funny at all. I feel personally attacked. I have a feeling that you did that quote towards me because you forced me to watch this show. And here we are, and I had to sit through this. Again, I feel like the meme that's been going around since Friday of Wanda in Endgame saying, "You wasted 9 hours of my life," and Disney as Thanos looking back and saying, "I don't even know your name." That's how I feel about this show. You wasted 9 hours of my life to give me a costume. Fucking costume. Okay.
All right, so just to let you guys know, this is our complete unfiltered. I'm gonna give Lucas full reins on this one, you guys. We're streaming this on Facebook, we're streaming it on YouTube, but this is completely unfiltered. I'm giving Lucas full reign because I do have to apologize openly to Lucas, to his face right now, because I remember the moment where we looked at the first 3 episodes, and Lucas was like, "Bro, I got a feeling this is gonna be a piece of crap, and I got a feeling it's gonna be a waste of my time." Something like that, but a little bit more expletives. A little bit more expletives.
Yes. Way more expletives in it.
And unfortunately, as we go through this process of this spoiler review, you guys already know I gave this episode alone, a 4 out of 10. I probably could have given a little bit less.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. The ultimate issue is that this really was a unfortunate waste of time. Nothing of significance happened, but we'll break this thing down.
Hey. 2 things happened that were highly important.
Uh-oh.
Wanda got a costume, and Vision is white now.
I thought you were gonna say she got her name because she's never been called the Scarlet Witch.
I could care less. I have known her as the Scarlet Witch since she got into the MCU. I don't give a god darn that they decided to give her a name. I'm gonna give you that you gave her a costume, and I'm gonna give you that you gave her a costume that's very reminiscent of X-Men costumes that everyone hated, with a lot of leather. I'm gonna give you that they gave her a costume. I don't care about her name. I knew who she was before this show started. And the point that you hyped it up to give me her as the Scarlet Witch and try to make it some big reveal, no. I refuse to let this evil woman who enslaved an entire town to make herself feel better to try to come out and make me care about her. She has nothing to care about. She is literally a Hitler in the MCU. Why would I care about her? Why? Come on now. I have more sympathy for Agatha and those other witches attempting to kill her because of what she was doing than someone who decides everyone should be my slave in a town, and I'm going to take the pleasure and enjoyment out of enslaving you so my family that I created can stay together. She's a villain. Yeah. That's all this episode proved to me. She's a villain, and now she wears leather as a villain.
Yeah, but I guess let's talk about the basics here. Like, one of the biggest problems with the anticipation getting to the finale, regardless if you thought it was going to be in the episode or not, was that the actors left different foundations of hype to build momentum, to garner people to watch the show. Possibly because not enough people were watching it. I don't know the reasoning, but I do know that the 2 main leads decided to go be above and beyond in interviews and openly stating, well, this is going to happen. Oh, wow, I'm going to have this interaction. It's going to be this big and this, that. And for me and Lucas, like, we've always been with the approach that most likely some of this stuff ain't going to happen. Like, we were kind of like, okay, this would be really cool. This would be this. But going off of the verbal words and the verbiage of the actual actors is what makes this deflate the entire series as well as the impact of the final episode. And we had this conversation a long time ago, Lucas, when remember when I asked you, like, what if, they sit there and bring Evan Peters into this, bring him into the MCU, bring him as Pietro. What would happen? How would X-Men fans feel if his role was reduced to nothing?
And it was.
And and your girl Agatha, who's been talking about Ralph this entire time, we come to find out that Ralph was it Boner, something like that. Ralph Boner, the person that is lived in the house, that wasn't her husband, wasn't Mephisto. You have a actual really good actor in Evan Peters, and you didn't even have to make him, like a counter universe version of Pietro. They just were like, well, she just used this guy, gave him Pietro's powers, gave him Pietro's memories some kind of a way that still don't make sense to me. And it used him as a throwaway gag is Ralph Boner. So it to me, it was kind of like a spit in the face. It seemed cute, right? But no, that's not how you do it, bro. I out of everything that's happened up this far, like I was kind of like, that's disrespectful. And not just that, like he didn't he just like pluck your girl Monica with his finger?
Yes.
Like threw across the freaking. I was like, hold up, fam. First off, explain to me how did if she literally absorbs energy, if the momentum of his finger literally would do that, would she just anyway? How did you feel about the fact of what they did with Evan Peters? How did you feel about it?
The episode is stupid. Sorry, I'm not separating any parts of this. Look here. If you want to do that because you wanted to use him as a gag, I have no issue with that. The issue is it was executed badly. That's it. It's a bunch of badly executed things here. All because I'm assuming that you were attempting to trick the audience. But you normally got to do that with great writing. Guess what this show doesn't have? Great writing. It's a basic storyline. Extremely basic. And you can pull off tricks in a more complicated show where you make people think it's one character, then it becomes another character, but then you normally don't have the actors speak out about what's going to happen. You don't have the actors attempt to compare their show to the biggest show on your streaming platform that just ended before they started.
Yeah.
That was stupid. That's my issue here. Because me and Sam talked about it many of times. I thought this show would be stupid. I thought it would be pointless. We even had discussions after our last live show that it's a good chance nothing was going to happen.
Yeah, we did.
And how stupid it was going to be that nothing would happen. Yeah. And lo and behold, you give them nothing. That's the problem here. But the bigger issue, Marvel 2019 Comic-Con, Kevin Feige on stage. He announces all these shows. He says, and I quote, and I was there, recorded it, so I know. He says, we're doing these shows because we need a long format, because sometimes it's too much story to put into a movie. Guess what? This wasn't enough story for a movie, let alone a 6-hour television show. You could have told this story in an hour and a half with credits, and you got this whole story of Wanda. Instead, you stretched this piece of garbage out for 6 hours to reveal that she's the character that everyone knew she was, and to put her in a costume that hopefully we will never see again. Like, what's the point? Oh, you made Vision white. Great. Vision has a new body. Is that what we did all this for?
So, man. So they
give Monica powers. Is that what we did it for? Was it to connect to Far From Home with the very, very last end credit scene?
Dude, so hey, so look, I gotta hold on. I'm not gonna trash this, but I'm gonna say this. Another thing that Kevin Feige has been openly advocating was that this show would be the gateway into Doctor Strange 2 as well as Spider-Man Far From Home. And you telling me that I spent the whole entire 9 episodes, right? And nothing in those 9 episodes, aside from the whole or the book, quote unquote, that they don't mention Mephisto or any kind of connection of any kind of dark source. In Agatha, which they still aren't really clear as to what she was doing with the book, how she got the book, how she stole it from Doctor Strange, or anything like that. They decided that one end credit scene, what was it, less than a minute?
Mm-hmm.
It was actually less than a second, because it was a silhouette of Scarlet Witch, or her ripple, which was kind of like going through the book and trying to study it and trying to learn, when she started to hear the cries of her sons. And if you don't know, from the comic book standpoint, her sons their souls are tied to Mephisto's. And if you were a comic book person, you don't even know that. So
nope, not at all. Not even a little bit.
I said all that to give you guys understanding and realization that I know that that's the connection, but it wasn't necessary to have 9 episodes in this one second to say that that was unnecessary.
Well, I would never connect it to Doctor Strange, and that's the way they're going to do it.
But they didn't even have to do that, because at the end of the day, I think you said it. You were the one that said it. This could have been 2 hours. This could have been a TV movie for 2 hours.
Yes,
and we still could have still got Monica Rambeau get in there and get kicked out, and then all of a sudden she got like, oh man, I think my body's starting to change or something like that. And then you could have had a little Darcy in there. You could have had Jimmy Woo up in there. You could have had wow, okay, Vision's dead. Cool. He ends up now Vision's still alive again. That's it.
Because with it being 2 hours, you get to skip all the bullshit parts of making it a television show.
What's up, Death? What's going on?
Throw
man?
all that out. Throw all of that out.
Oh snap, bro! I can't.
It is a gateway to nowhere. Hey, here's the thing. Don't expect Falcon and Winter Soldier to give you anything different either. Just don't. Like, go into it and understand what these shows are. These shows are necessary because Disney Plus needs content. That's it. Because you just gave a story that could have been told in the length of a short movie, and you gave it 6 hours. So you're going to turn around and give me Fast and Furious, because I've seen the trailer already. I know where you're going with it. You're going to give me the buddy cop Fast and Furious bullshit story with Winter Soldier and Falcon, and you're going to do it for 6 hours. And at the end, you're going to be like, I really did need this.
So even talking on that, so like, say hypothetically speaking, at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, imagine if Sam doesn't inherit Cap's shield, but instead, after the whole entire thing, all of a sudden, like, it's revealed that Cap's gonna come back or something crazy.
You mean the rumor that magically came out of nowhere, that everyone's confused why it came out of nowhere, and people thought it got shot down because Chris Evans says that's news to me. Nigga, it was news to everybody. No one thought you were coming back. The point that story came out is because something was revealed that shouldn't have been revealed.
Yeah.
Oh man, CW has better story. CW? Anybody? Fuse Television has better storytelling than this.
Dang.
Don't need it.
Wait. Hold on. Don't go that route.
Anybody has better storytelling than this. Like, it's not even. No.
So
this season of WandaVision was worse than the first season of Legends of Tomorrow, which to me is one of the worst seasons of television humanly possible.
Okay, all right. Look, I'm gonna give you one that I don't think you're gonna say is worse, but I'm gonna see. Iron Fist season 1 compared to
it is worse than Iron Fist season 1.
Whoa!
Because at least Iron Fist season 1, at least it led to something. It led to something. This leads to nothing. This leads to nothing. This is Iron Fist season 1 is better than this show because it led to something. What is this leading you to? Matter of fact, nigga, your lead was an after credit scene. So you mean I sat through all the episodes and you could have given me a Zack Snyder trailer of it to explain the entire show to me? I don't want to hear a soul, a single Marvel, Disney waving contract person say anything at all about the Snyder Cut being bloated, about it being overly long, when you niggas just sat through a 6-hour show that could have been an hour and a half long movie. At least I know whether it be good or bad, Justice League is going to lead to something. And I ain't going to have to wait till a fucking after credit scene to see it lead to something like I had to with WandaVision.
So going back to...
You know how many people attempt to lie and say this show is emotional? And I saw people say they cried. Kevin Smith, fat ass, is one of them, saying you cried and got emotional because of her relationship with a fucking robot. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, you didn't get emotional. You put on your MCU cape and forced yourself to cry to get people to care about this show the same way the rest of you bastards, after those first 2 episodes and people told you this show was bad, and then something happens in episode 3, then something good happens in episode 4, and you're like, man, see, I told you should have stayed around. And now with episode 9, those people are like, no, the fuck I shouldn't have. I should have left this show right where it was after the 2nd episode because it's bad. It's so bad.
You get the reference. Yes.
But I care. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh,
here's another thing. I'm going to ask. The person who's supposed to be the main villain on the show, could anyone tell me the director's plan? Could anybody give me his plan and make it make sense?
I mean, I don't really see Agatha as a villain because
not Agatha. What's the guy's name? The leader of Sword, the white guy.
Man, he ain't a villain either because honestly,
no. But think about it. They put him in a place that he was arrested, and no one could tell me logically what he was arrested for. You can't tell me logically what he was arrested. He recreated Vision because he wanted to control vibranium Superman.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that he technically did was he misled. He kind of misled people with chopping up the video footage, but outside of that and detaining Monica,
doing that. He didn't even have to do that. For what reason?
Yeah.
Vision's body.
Yeah.
None of that is necessary. You gave me a whole subplot that literally makes no sense.
It didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere.
Where did it go? They have control of Vision's body. He can do whatever he wants to with Vision's body. He didn't need you to believe Wanda stole the body. I am confused. Why the fuck would you do that? It's unnecessary.
So my suspicion was,
you give them stuff. Do you say, you know what, I'm gonna take this, but I'm gonna fool my kids into thinking that it wasn't me? Why? What purpose does it serve? That's what I mean here. What purpose does it serve?
So what my suspicion was initially, right, was that he let Wanda in the compound, knowing full well or thinking full well that she was going to go in there and she was going to reassemble Vision and bring Vision back to life because he wanted to use it as a weapon. That's what I assumed the whole point was.
Okay. Yes.
But then that failed, so he was like, "Screw it, we're just gonna go and bring the fight to her and yada yada yada." That was the only thing that I assumed. I felt like that was his goal from the beginning, was get Vision online,
but guess
to use him.
That's what I mean, Sam. None of that's bad. Yes, he should do that. Matter of fact, we've been through how many movies and we've seen Nick Fury do shit like that the entire time. Are you joking? Are you joking? What's the difference? It's no difference. And then for them to have him arrested, I'm like, what is he arrested for? She's a fucking terrorist, kidnapping the whole town. Yes, he tried to kill her.
Hey, yo, hold up.
For helping.
Yo, so low key, technically, she's done some stuff in her past. She manipulated Tony Stark, right? Mind controlled him, and technically did that to the whole entire team, and brought about the creation of Ultron. And then the Sokovian Accords happened. Civil War happened because she accidentally blew us. It was an accident. But she's been at the epicenter of a lot of the things that happened. She's had a lot of things happen to her, true. But this specific episode, I will say that they pay. One of the things I did like about this episode, they made sure you understood that these people were not in any kind of control whatsoever. Like they they were like dogs. They literally had choke collars on them.
They were in pain.
Continuous. Like the girl said, when we dream, we see your nightmares. And I was like, that's terrible.
But yet and still, people will try to defend to say, well, she's not that bad. She's not that bad. She's horrible. She's a horrible person.
Nobody knew. Hold on. What did Marlene King? Didn't he try to murder Wanda in front of multiple agents on a drone? Nobody knew had weapons.
Still not illegal. Literally still not illegal. He tried to murder someone holding people against their will. Guess what he should have done? Shot her in her fucking head. I don't need to trick you here. That's the problem here. None of it needed to be tricked. He could have literally said, we're going to kill her, shoot her, everything humanly possible. She enslaved an entire town.
Yeah, technically. So this is the thing, you guys.
Between Wanda in this show and the Dark Elves from Thor 2, because they're the same thing to me. They're the same threat. The threat level is the exact same. There's no difference.
I mean, the way that I interpret it was that, this girl implanted herself into this town, which we still don't even know why Vision chose that place to build a home. I still think that was manipulated, but that storyline, that whole card, it didn't mean anything.
Doesn't matter anymore.
It doesn't matter. But either way, the moment that she got there, right, and embedded herself in this town and took this town over her control, that's an act of terrorism. It's on U.S. soil. If the president of the United States talked to that same exact sword agent and said, "Are those people in danger?" and he says, "Yes, they're being under control. I don't know if any of them have died yet. Have y'all lost a soldier?" "Yes, there was a guy that was underground. He never came back," which they never freaking brought back up. The B dude, is he dead? I don't know. I assume he died. But if the president's like, you know what, by any means necessary, subdue her, take her out, it's merited because of the situation. Their human lives are at stake.
Can we ask a bigger question, Sam?
Yeah, go ahead.
I haven't heard too many people ask, so I'm going to ask it. The kid, the co-worker, the Hex was I gotta ask the biggest, most important question. Where were the superheroes to save these people? Can someone explain that to me? Where are any of the superheroes to save these people?
So technically, isn't everybody dead right now? so okay, so
after the snap, everyone's back.
Yeah, but the only person. Oh, wait, you're right. Because the Hulk would still be there
after the snap. Everyone's back.
Ant-Man would still be there. Doctor Strange would still be there.
Captain Marvel would still be there
if she's not on planet. Yeah.
Where are the heroes to save these people? Where? She's holding them against their will. It's a huge hex that no one knows what could possibly happen or what she could possibly destroy with it. And yet and still, for 9 episodes, we don't get a single hero to show up to save the people. Guess who helped save the people? Agatha. Where the hell are the heroes at? Are they just okay and saying, you know what? If Wanda needs to kill a couple of them, let her kill a couple of them. You know, she's earned it. Like, what? Where are we? Where are the rest of the heroes at in the MCU that should be there to stop her? because it's supposed to be some of them there. It would not make sense. Damn it. Again, I hate to go back to this reference, but I have to go back to this reference because it's the most important one to me. Even in BVS, when Superman thought Batman was a threat, he tried to stop him. Yet and still, she's clearly a threat. Clearly the threat. Clearly the villain. And no hero. You don't get Thor showing up. Ant-Man doesn't showing up. Falcon and or Winter Soldier don't show up. No one shows up to stop her. So they basically told her, you can enslave this whole town, and we're just not going to care because, fuck them people. That's what them heroes say. Fuck them people. Come on, man. We make it make sense. Make it make sense. And it better not make sense that Doctor Strange comes for his little book when he could have came to that town to attempt to stop her from the beginning, which would have made more sense. Come on.
If any, so this is, I'm gonna tell you guys, out of everything, all the bull, all the hype and stuff like that, the only comparable character that I felt like would make sense to actually show up in a situation like this, to deal with the person with magic, to deal with the person that potentially is a mutant or whatever, would have been Doctor Strange. I felt like this was something that, even if he didn't do anything, him just showing up to be like, oh, flip, this was bad.
Oh, she's enslaved the entire town.
And the fact that he didn't show up, it just makes zero sense to me. And the other thing I was going to bring up to you, Lucas, is this, right? Hold
up, quick question. Before you get into that, quick question, because I can't remember, because I don't remember this movie at all. Didn't the villain in Doctor Strange try to enslave people when Doctor Strange showed up to stop him? What is some of that?
About Mads Mikkelsen's character?
I don't know. The villain for the first Doctor Strange movie. I just remember them being in the town and being manipulated through mind control.
Yes.
So it's literally the same thing Wanda did, and yet Doctor Strange doesn't show up to help. Okay. I just wanted to know.
Maybe they're gonna give a excuse.
I don't know. That he said fuck them people.
I don't know.
Come on, man. Come on.
I don't know. But again,
enslaved people and no hero came to save them. Not a single one.
Yo, but for real though, I think that dude that went underneath the tunnel that turned into a beekeeper or whatever, I think that dude's dead, bro. They never even mentioned him again. Like he didn't even show up in the town after the fact. So I suspect that dude died, and they just Marvel's like, yeah, we can't talk about having that dude.
They better not have any other show or any film that a villain does anything equivalent to what Wanda just did, and heroes come in to stop them, because clearly they didn't care here. Exactly. No one, dog. Like we paid so much attention in this show on what could happen because we needed Wanda to be manipulated, and I said, because if she's not manipulated, she's evil. She's completely evil. And then we find out, nobody did. Yep, the person that's supposed to is not. Exactly. And no one shows up. How is that possible, dog? Where the fuck is Spider-Man? Like, where's anybody?
Technically, this is a member of the Avengers.
So you would think the actual Avengers would show up. Good God! How are people just okay with that? How are people just okay with that? Man, this is crazy. This is craziness, man. And this is what happens when you don't fully think out a show, because you knew, or they knew, they were going to put her in a position like this, which will make her a villain. If you're going to put her in this position, she does everything that she does here, and we're going to say that they knew from the beginning if she wasn't going to be manipulated by anyone. And yet, and still, no one, the FBI, regular people show up to stop her, but no superheroes. We got a whole fucking planet of MCU superheroes and no one shows up to save people.
Look.
And it's one of their own that's doing it. Are you like
Yeah,
one
I
of their
mean, I'll
own
put it
doing
to
it?
you this way: there might be some bias going on because I tell you what, if the Hulk just all of a sudden decided to just rampage a
No,
city,
You got to say that, Sam. We saw it already. And she caused him to do it in Age of Ultron. And they did everything to stop the Hulk. Everything to stop the Hulk. And yet she does it again, and they're like, yeah, we're good. We're just gonna let her take it. Come on, man.
I can't with y'all, bro. Y'all in the chat are hilarious, bro.
This is just it's ridiculously stupid that people are defending this show. I don't care. I don't care how much you love the MCU. You can admit when something is bad. The same fuckers out there who refuse to still admit that Thor 2 is a bad movie. Come on now. Iron Man 3 is a bad movie. We know these things. We can admit that the first time Marvel decided to let their TV people control a television show, the show didn't work out well.
It didn't work. It didn't work. Ultimately.
And a question that they should be asking themselves: should we have gotten rid of everyone who was doing Marvel television shows? Because clearly, the issue is simple here. I believe this was a movie script that they stretched to 6 episodes. And I don't blame them because they're movie people. They probably took an idea that was good for a movie and said, if we stretch it long enough, we can make it a miniseries. Yeah. Someone who knows anything about television would have stopped them and said, no, it's not enough here for that. Or we're going to have to add more. We're going to have to add more consequences, things of this nature that make great television. Instead, we got a long form movie with nothing at the end of it. Nothing. But go ahead. You wanted to break out something? Because I want to say something else. I want to say something else, and I'm going to say it before the end of this show. For all you MCU people, and keep in mind, I have no allegiance to MCU or DC EU because I hate every movie from there. I have no allegiance to either one of these companies. But I love the point that you all bring up all the time, how far behind DC is in Marvel in movies, but yet none of you niggas will bring up how far behind Marvel is in DC with television shows. Because at this point, DC would never put on a television show as bad as WandaVision. And in any network, it could have been DC Universe, it could have been CW. Fuck it, it could be NBC. They would never do it. Fuck, Constantine's first season is better than this. Like DC would never put on a show this bad that doesn't give you any conclusion. So we gotta wonder, like, is it that you're so far behind DC when it comes to television that you're willing to throw these type of things out here to catch up? The same way y'all claim DC is so far behind Marvel with movies that they're just throwing a Snyder cut out there just to hope to catch up. You literally watch Marvel do the same thing with a television show. Look. And no one can defend it. But you got Wanda for 6 hours. I hope you're happy. She's the Scarlet Witch now. You gotta call her Wanda no more.
So I got 2 big things I want to bring up. One is an indiscrepancy of the show that doesn't make any sense because it could have led to something. It was one of the things that was the most interesting thing about the show when me and Lucas really started the first 3 episodes. The moment that Wanda went in, came back, and it ain't even so much her getting powers. It was the fact that her material
on her. Yeah.
It literally morphed into something else when it came back out. Mm-hmm. So meaning that regardless if Wanda has the hex up or not, whatever comes out is completely changed forever, right? So why did that logic get thrown out the window at the end of the last? Because I mean, my whole thing is that
organic material that Wanda creates and kicks out of the hex herself can maintain it and it becomes something else. Because shouldn't she have did that with her kids and Vision?
That's what I'm trying to say. That's the whole point I thought it was gonna make. I kid you not. I was like, at a certain point, this version of Vision that is just a part of her and the Vision of White Vision, they're going to have a fusion dance. And all of a sudden, they're going to come out of the hex. By the time the hex is maneuvered back, he sacrificed himself, they will be one. And then Vision is officially back. But instead, they wanted to go down this emotional route. She's gonna have to get rid of him for the third time, and it's emotional. And I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I kind of felt a way about the way they let the kids kind of just ride it out. But I was kind of like, it made no sense to.
Sam, I'm sorry because I'm just been interrupting you because I get angry.
No, I know. I'm gonna give you your due. I promise. I'm gonna give you your due because you're older. You're older. But it just doesn't make sense to give the pants analogy, give different reason to allow. Okay, man, she throws something out. She lets go of it, right? And for good or bad, it can be something that actually exists outside of that. But instead, they don't do anything with this more interesting plot.
Yeah, because that was clear knowledge of something.
But why? Why even?
It was a lot of things were brought up, and it's like it was abandoned and just left right there. Like I don't get it. But again, I would care, and I would have cared so much more about Wanda losing Vision again if I hadn't just sat through a DC movie with a superhero losing someone else again, and it having way more emotional impact than this whole fucking show did.
Look what he just typed. He just typed.
I got more into yes. I literally have said that. I got more emotion, better storytelling, better acting in 2 episodes of Superman and Lois than I did in 9 episodes of WandaVision. Hey, guess what? Superman and Lois cost around $3 million, $4 maybe an episode, and WandaVision costs $25 million an episode. Come on, man.
Look, come on. I feel like I would ask you guys, any of you guys that are fans, all 6 of you guys that are watching this live right now, please honestly answer me this. Because I knew people that stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning, right, to make sure they avoid any kind of spoilers or anything happening. You guys did this for 9 weeks, or let's just say 8 or 7 weeks, because I think the first week it was like 2 episodes or something like that. So after it's all said and done, was it worth it? Like, I really want you guys to answer it for me, because me and Lucas can tell you, for us, it wasn't worth it. And we can go and break down the whys, but we're asking this as a collective moment right now, a revelational moment of going and waking up every single 3 o'clock.
And the more messed up part is, I understand why you did it for the last episode. They hyped it up. The actors hyped it up. They promised you a big moment. Yeah. And they constantly compared it to the Mandalorian.
They did.
So if you compare it to that, and I know the big moment that was on at the end of that show, like you screwed your audience over. That's what they did. You screwed your audience over. If the actors never brought up the Mandalorian, if they never brought up big surprise. See, this is why people shouldn't talk. If they didn't bring up any of that stuff, one, I wouldn't have watched this show past the 4th episode, and I would not have cared what Sam said, because then I would have known this was going nowhere. Yeah. I believe after the first 2 episodes got viewed as poorly as they did by the audience, I think they needed something else, and they knew they needed it, so they got the actors to go out there and lie to you all. Hype up stuff that was going to happen. When Paul said, and I don't know who my guy is from last week who brought it up, but this whole time we've been talking about Paul saying like he's going to get an actor who he's been waiting to work for, and dude last week said, oh, it's going to be himself, and then he said it's going to be a Vision on Vision fight. I expected a Vision on Vision fight. I did not expect
that's what Paul
for that to be what Paul was saying, and then for Paul to turn around and go on Good Morning America and apologize to people. Because
he did? He did?
Yes, he did. He said, I said it as a joke. And then people started guessing who it could be, and I realized how bad it was. Really, nigga? That's when you realized it? You could have realized it when you said it.
No, he knew what he was doing.
Everybody knew what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have been better if you would have just said, the show's going to be emotional. It wasn't, but you could say it's going to be emotional. The emotional impact is going to hit you in the last couple of episodes. Cool, because that at least told me that you're going to try to make me care about MCU Hitler and her enslaving people and her losing her robot I can't even say lover because it's not like they can have sex. So her robot man and make me care. Like, no. Mm-mm. And then you didn't even confirm if this motherfucker was a mutant.
Oh yeah, that was what I was gonna. That was the last thing I was gonna bring up. So,
so she's just a witch. She's just a witch.
So I mean, I don't know because that doesn't explain Pietro.
He's a warlock. She's a witch. He must be a warlock.
He ain't got no powers. He can just move fast. It's
warlocks. They have powers, and if I watched enough episodes of Charmed to understand, all warlocks' powers are not the same. He's a warlock.
So this is what I really think. I think that Kevin decided.
You said my question. Who was this? It was him.
Kevin said that, or I can't remember if he said it or not. But I think that he decided, well, we're not going to reveal mutants yet, even though we know that we have ownership of mutants. We're just not going to do it
Remember,
right now.
He said that early, and then when Pressure Bust Pipes at that same Comic-Con that unfortunately we had to do coverage on it, he said mutants. He said, are y'all ready for the future? He named this. He said Fantastic Four, mutants, and all them fuckers was like, yay, in there. And I sat there and said, oh, so I'm not interested in any of this stuff he's talking about. And one of the hype things he talked about was WandaVision.
Y'all cracking me up.
Yes. Yeah, we talk about holding. Yes. White privilege. That's what that is. It's literally white privilege. This nigga floated away after enslaving people like she was fine. She said, oh, okay, we're fine now. And the FBI let her leave.
I mean, isn't this the second time she's actually broken out of something? Because technically, Cap broke her out the first time.
Here's the thing. What did she break out of? They let her fly away. No one even attempted to stop her.
It ain't like they could stop her, honestly, but they sure enough to let her leave.
And a super powered black woman who's supposed to be in law enforcement who let that nigga fly away after knowing she enslaved these people.
She did.
Come on, man.
They had a whole conversation because the conversation was like, Wanda even was like, yeah, I know you hate me or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I would have done the same thing. And I'm just like thinking in my head, are you sure you would have created like a whole town and enslaved people?
Oh, don't worry about it, though. Don't worry about it. Because the moment you'd have did it, every superhero would have shown up to kill your black ass. Understand that. You don't have the privilege to do something like that.
Oh my gosh.
No, they're not gonna let Loki ruin anything he could do with the greatness of his show by being part of the show.
Vision.
Oh yeah, that one, yes.
Yo, those memes be cracking me up with this man with his little turtleneck. Them joints be cracking me up, man. All right, so what we got next, man? We about to wrap this up. I didn't think we were gonna be this long.
Yes, but what world building? What world did they build? I didn't see anything. They gave Wanda a book though, and she's a witch now. And since she's a powerful witch, and Doctor Strange's a powerful warlock, then maybe they could get together and create a multiverse, and then you get multiple Spider-Men.
Bro, I can't with y'all in the chat, man. I'm gonna have to start adding the chat information
over the law.
I'm done.
You misspelled white empowerment for the law. It had nothing to do with women.
I'm done.
That was her privilege. Her privilege let her change costumes and float away, like the Good Witch on a Wizard of Oz with no issues at all, Joe. This is again. It was just a waste of my time, and I warned Sam ahead of time. This would be a waste of my time. This is the second show we have done.
I'll take the L. I'll take the L on it.
Wasted my time.
I did. I straight up did. Like
All
I
because
was fault.
could you all like? Well, it is one show that we did get access to that is great, great, the
Wait.
best superhero show humanly possibly made this year.
Oh, you talking about the Amazon joint?
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
yeah, I can't wait for us to talk about that.
Now, when that comes out in a couple of weeks and it completely shits on this and Falcon and Winter Soldier, I really want to know what the MCU people are going to think. Because we can tell you now, it's going to shit on both of those shows with no issue. Like it's nothing wrong with enjoying entertainment that you do enjoy, but you got to know when it's not good. And I'm not saying it should change your opinion, but just know when it's not good. It's just not a good show.
Y'all in the chat are cracking.
The Karen Witch. Yes, exactly. The Karen Witch. You said it perfectly right. Big red Karen energy too.
Oh man.
Hey, they just shot her motherfucking ass so fast in the back. And I ain't even talking, when I say they would have shot her in the back, I'm not even talking about the FBI. Thor would have threw his hammer at her ass before she got away with doing this shit, Joe. You think they'll let this nigger come in there and control this town? Nope. But the white women do it. They like, oh, well, you know what? She's been through a lot. That's all. Where's my lady that last week who kept on trying to explain Wanda being evil by saying she was hurt? Like, I need you here because you tried to defend this last week. And I told you she was evil. Repeatedly, I told you she was evil. And then they do a whole episode confirming she's evil and still try to make you feel bad about it.
Yo, he's right. They actually did shoot Monica, but they didn't shoot at Wanda. They didn't shoot at Wanda. They shot at Monica. I forgot all of it because it looked like they were shooting at the kids, but really they shot at Monica. Yo, hey, Hans, is that you, bro? Is that you, Hans? Yo,
so in other words, when they shot, because I remember when they shot at Monica, they literally assessed her as being a bigger threat than Wanda. They said, nope, she's a threat. Kill her.
Yo, I did not even think about that. Because I always thought about, oh, okay, she tried to save the kid and the kid stopped it really quickly. But no, they actually put a couple shots in her. Matter of fact, the person that was the sword dude, he shot at her tail, which didn't make any sense, but whatever. So yeah.
Well, at the end of this, we know that Monica's now going to go find Nick Fury.
Yeah, that was the first end credit scene that the scroll popped up and yeah, I guess that's gonna be the thing.
Or Secret Wars. So is that what it's supposed to set up?
At this point, Lucas, and this is sad to say, I can't believe I'm about to say it, I don't really care.
Yeah, thank you. Finally where I'm at.
I can't believe I can't believe
I'm finally where I'm at.
I can't believe
I haven't cared this whole time. I have not cared this whole time. But I mean, tune back in. Falcon and Winter Soldier comes out on March the 18th. 19th.
You remember on oh my god, what's the that on Lovecraft?
Yeah, the little girls. And I'm not even allowing you to understand that you're saying she looks like a jigaboo right now because those two characters were jigaboos, and you just literally said Monica looked like a jigaboo right there. Let's go. You compared her to it. You compared her to a jigaboo.
They actually shot her. Yeah, man. They shot her too. They did try to kill the Dang, I ain't got no comments, bro.
This is just again the mega holds more info. Yes. Yeah, I did not care about either one of them either, man. It was no like. And anyone who came out at this episode said, hey, man, I had to process this. What the fuck were you processing? Like, what the fuck were you processing? What was so hard and complicated about what this show gave you?
I'm just
I used to say the show would be better if people could binge it, but it wouldn't. It would piss more people off if they binged this. especially knowing that there's no season 2, which they clearly let you know by saying series finale. It's the name of the last episode. They're letting you know this is a one-hitter quitter. We're giving you these 6 episodes because we needed more content for Disney Plus. And we got hooked on
it. Oh God, I'm sorry. I should have done it. This show had
yes, Inhumans, which I still found more entertaining than WandaVision. And I'm not going to argue that Inhumans is at all good, but it was more entertaining.
It was going somewhere. I don't know.
That's the whole key part of it is, where are we going? As long as I have faith that you're taking me on a journey, this supposed to take you on an emotional journey, but it didn't. Because what was emotional about it?
Lewis, I'm look, we're not dismissing your perspective.
I am. You kind sir. Listen, you can enjoy it. I have no issue with you enjoying it, but you like bad television. It is what it is. It is what it is. You can enjoy it as much as possible. I would almost ask you, has MCU ever done a project you haven't enjoyed? Because see, when people say stuff like that, I have to ask that question. So because you're one of those people that's going to tell me you loved everything from them. Because what elements did you enjoy? Like, break it down. Don't just say I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Luis, I would actually ask, what is it about the WandaVision that you enjoyed? Was it the finally getting like a more fleshed out, story for Vision? Was it getting like the backstory elements of Wanda? Was it the sitcom elements of it? I can pick different things that maybe you might have liked, but I'm really curious why you like this specifically. That's just a real question, because I'm trying to
no. See, Sam is being very respectful in saying this is a bad show. How could you like it? But again, if it's just because you wanted more fleshed out character, cool.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, they literally told you by the end of the episode that it wasn't Vision. Like, that's all they did. They literally told you by the end of episode 9, the person who you thought you got fleshed out ideas from wasn't Vision.
It was never Vision.
So what did you learn from Vision? Not a damn thing. Not a thing.
Now, whatever comes from, well, I ain't gonna call him White Vision, but whatever the other Vision is,
privileged Vision.
Whatever the other Vision is gonna be what is the remnants of the one that died, and whatever happens with that happens, I guess. But
is it White Vision in Young Avengers too?
Yeah, true. So I guess for you, Luis, it was more so like the fleshed out version for both characters. I just enjoyed it thoroughly. That's fine, bro. Like we're not hating. We're telling you like our opinions about it. And
we did a discussion on the movie yesterday, and I told 2 people during that discussion, I am not here to change your opinion on anything.
Yeah, no.
I just know it's bad. And I say that about the movie, and I say it about this show. I don't. That is your opinion. Everyone is entitled to one. Enjoy it, my brother. If you're gonna watch it again, I would wonder why. But hey, it's up to you.
Dang. Man, I don't know who made this comment. Nares? Dang. I don't got no comment. I ain't gonna comment on that. By the way, we're gonna put it out there.
For Ultron Jr.
Look, I ain't got no comments on that either. No hate here. No, we don't have any hate here either, bro.
Remember when Michael said all the time, man, like with love. I'm going to say the show is bad though, but hey, my man, if you like it, I love it.
Ultron. Oh boy. I guess we'll find out more with Doctor Strange 2. All good, man. Respected. Thank you so much for watching, bro. I appreciate your time. I mean, if you can hear like our open conversations as to why we did not like it or why we felt like it was a waste of time, that's all we could ever ask for. So I appreciate you for sticking around and voicing your opinion and telling us why.
Now, boy, and man, you are a very patient individual that you are going to wait for Doctor Strange 2, which I'm assuming needs to make up a lot of ground because Doctor Strange 1 came out 6 years ago. So I don't know how much to focus on Wanda.
Hey, Sam's so strange. Don't attack my man. It's okay if he likes it. If he likes it. Like it's look, hey, we got a close friend of ours, bro, that he probably loves this joint. And he has issues with saying issue with it.
But he's under contract with Disney. So he's not.
We can't prove that, Lucas. We can't publicly prove that.
At this point, he's under contract with Disney. He's not allowed to publicly or privately say anything bad about Disney. And he loved this show. He's the only one I know that loved the show, though. But he loves this show. But yeah. I haven't seen a Disney project he didn't like, so can't really put much behind it.
Yeah. Hey, no, that's cool, Luis. It's all good, man.
This Darcy. Hey, man, look, Darcy was one of the good parts of this show. Yeah. Granted, her character was pointless and unnecessary, but she's still one of the better parts of the show.
And why did she just ram the dude and then disappeared? Like, I really don't understand that. Like, I mean, there was no reason for her to disappear. Oh, man. It was kind of like some of the decisions, even in the just last episode, just didn't make any comprehensive sense to me. I just was like, I don't know where the show went or decided it was trying to go, but aside from the second end credit scene, that was the only point of the whole show to me.
How did the cops get off bullets?
Wait, what?
How did the cops get off bullets? Wasn't there a little kid there with Wanda's powers? We literally saw Wanda turn all the guns back on them. So how did they get off bullets?
I mean, yeah.
Isn't it a Quicksilver mini-me there that should be fast enough to snatch every gun out their hand before they can shoot anything off?
So now look, if we're going on that logic, the MCU, the MCU version of Pietro, he gets shot. Now the X-Men version, he can stop whatever, but Pietro was gunned down.
See what I mean?
But I'm gonna say this though, Lucas. The other son did stop the bullet that was coming at him. He did not stop the bullet. See what I mean? See, like she was taking bullets for him, but he sure won't repel them for.
When his brother could have easily just stopped it right there.
What is that? Black
darker. Why would they want something? Could you be more darker than this show? I am confused here.
I think it's
down to people.
I think it's pretty dark, to be honest.
This is an extremely dark show.
I mean, it wasn't gory, but it was definitely dark. I could use Monica Agent Wu, Darcy spinoff. Yo, hey, look, if they come up with the Sword series that's not on Disney Plus, yeah, I'm for it. Like, let's go. Give me Monica, give me Darcy, give me Jimmy Woo. I'll follow their little adventures.
Yes, because they're the only ones that had chemistry in this whole entire season. So it could really, really work well with them three going on mini adventures with Monica having powers and Darcy like being her Felicity.
Yeah, I just don't, Nah, don't get me wrong. I don't. Look, hey, look, bro. Like you ain't gotta.
Are you trying to make it worse? Let me ask a question. Lewis. Sure. We just as friends, talking here. Can I ask how old you are? Because I won't say anything else if you are under the age of 25. Because I understand your point.
Yeah, Luis. I mean, what I'm just gonna say is that you don't have to. If you do love it, that's fine. There's nobody like you don't let nobody tell you anything otherwise. That's like you don't, like don't feel pressured.
Not at all, man.
Feel one way or
It's your
another.
opinion.
It's okay.
It's plenty of people that like Sam loves Man of Steel.
I do.
It's
I mean, well, yeah, I do.
a horrible movie. Horrible. Like if people love bad things, it's
He's
nothing.
28.
Your kid. Okay. So you were like MCU, yeah. MCU brought you probably into film and everything else. So I get it. I'm not saying any. I don't normally even talk to people under 30. I am not gonna judge your opinion on that, Lewis. Ain't nothing wrong with that, my guy. You love the show, watch it again. I hope that they give you more content like this that you like. I'm not gonna be able to say anything else about it because it would go negative. But
hey,
again,
somebody said they got love for you, Lucas. So yeah, it's all good. Keep going. Do whatever you do. They find whatever.
I'm just trying not to. I am trying not to overly cuss. Like, y'all don't understand. It's been a hard 2 days. I had to sit through Man of Steel, and then I had to recap this show. I am not a happy person right now.
Yeah.
Like, I am not. Yeah, hold.
I don't feel pressure, bro. It's just my friends. Okay, cool.
There you go.
That's the most important thing. Is that say Juice? Or is that Joyce? Does that say Juice or Joyce?
I don't know.
What's up, Joyce? Marquise, hi. What's going on? Thanks for being here. I hear you, man. Love here. All love here. All right, that's the best.
Hey, there you go, Lewis. Hey, Sam will buy you the set of WandaVision when it comes out.
Disney ain't putting that joint out on nothing. They ain't gonna put, bro. I'm still waiting for Cloak and Dagger, dag nabbit. Like, I want the physical copy of that, but they ain't never gonna happen because Disney ain't gonna pay for it to happen. So
no. Disney needs to keep you on Disney Plus. They are gonna pump this show repeated. Well, this show no longer exists at Disney now because it's over. And next you get. Let's talk about what happens next because that's the most important part of it all. I don't think focusing on WandaVision is going to help anybody. So the goal is what happens next with these television shows. Are we looking forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier? I've given my answer already. You already know my answer. I am not looking forward to it, but
it's weird because initially you were looking forward to it, though, right?
Well, I always say it will be the more entertaining show because it's going to be an action show.
Yeah,
but as far as me looking forward to it, no. I just know it will be better than this because I always assume it will be the action show. But Anthony Mackie has proven to me on countless of times that he can't act. So why would I want to sit through him? I just watched him do an action movie on Netflix. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, so I think for me,
damn, what does Lucas like?
Hey,
many things. Many things that I like.
Sometimes
I like so many things. None of this shit. I like so many things though.
So for me,
go watch some reviews. I review stuff here on JVS. Check us out.
Yeah,
you're gonna see lots of things I like.
He definitely does.
This ain't it. This ain't it at all.
So as far as me with Falcon and Winter Soldier, I think I was really excited for it. I was kind of like, oh wow, I'm gonna be able to look at, Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm gonna look at Zack Snyder's Justice League in the same exact week's time. This is an exciting weekend I'm gonna be going into. It's even my birthday weekend. But now I'm kind of hesitant that is it gonna be a waste of my time? Is it gonna be a road going nowhere? Because I'm like, I swear, if they give me this bait and switch that this entire time they talking about fighting for the shield, and the guy steering shield, it doesn't even go to either one of them, and it goes back to Cap. Not even I'm not even talking about after Avengers, the next Avengers movie. I'm talking about after this show. I'm gonna be blown, bro. I kind of am a little worried and apprehensive at this point, but that's just me.
So in other words, this Falcon and Winter Soldier just ain't something that you
not anymore.
I
I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna be entertained by it, but I don't know it's gonna be rose anywhere.
But we have no choice but to watch it, Sam.
I mean, yeah,
We
yeah.
have no, we have no choice but to watch it.
Hey, look,
But
hey, when
I
we're
just
seeing
asked,
the house, we can
a very
talk
simple
about
question of where is the excitement left? I brought that up before when we were at the beginning of understanding the phase that Marvel was in. And I know people go by the phase numbers. I don't go by the phase numbers. I go by storytelling and everything that they have left behind versus what they have moving forward. And at one point, we assumed WandaVision was playing a big role in that because they made us believe that WandaVision was playing a big role in that.
it.
Now
Freaking
that we
said it.
yes, multiple times, but now that we know that's not the case, where is it that they go from here? Because as far as the big shows that were supposed to be released, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Loki, what's the other one? Because the other shows like MCU Batman
Moon Knight,
and Elastic Girl, those shows,
Marvel,
those,
She-Hulk,
but
and
none of those shows are the big budgeted MCU-esque shows. Those are regular shows.
so the next one would be Secret Invasion. That to me, I don't know what they're gonna do with that because
But by the time you get to Secret Invasion, you're gonna go through how many more movies?
I don't know though. That's the thing because I felt like it was coming out in 20. Is it coming out 2021 or 2022?
What? Secret Wars 2022, 2023?
It's definitely either 2022 or the back half of this year.
2021. It is not this year.
Because one of those shows is coming out in 2021. I don't remember which one.
Loki.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Loki comes in June.
Interesting.
And then I think it's Miss Marvel after that. But those shows, the smaller shows aren't what I'm talking about. It's really the bigger shows connected. Like, where's Loki going to?
Hey, Luis, I hope it's better than this.
Like, Loki should only be leading us to, I'm assuming, Thor 4.
So Loki, the story arc that they've got him, he's traveling in between different multiverses. That's the whole point of the show. Is he's in between different multiverses, that was the reason why I was like, oh, okay, WandaVision is going to make you understand why or how. And yeah, that's the whole point of the Loki show is like he came from a different universe.
Loki was the one that's supposed to set up the multiverse, but yet they say it completely differently.
I don't know.
Hey, you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care.
If they just
gave you get one more Spider-Man movie, and then you're getting Doctor Strange 2. I didn't like Doctor Strange 1, so I never cared about a sequel to that movie. But that is supposed to be the branching off point. So it's 2022.
Excuse me.
Oh, Hawkeye show. Yeah, that's the one I didn't care about. I knew it was one I didn't care about. Yeah. I don't care about him or his daughter. White people with arrows. I've seen that enough on another network. Don't need to say it again.
Oh man. So I don't know.
Yes, I think that is true. With Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Which, because of a horrible first season, most people left it alone, but it became progressively better after that bad first season.
All right, I'm gonna leave this question here. Everybody, if you don't mind, please let me know. Was the show worth it?
We know, Lewis, we know. You ain't gotta answer. We know your answer. It was worth it. We got you, my brother.
All right, so we got one yes here. Let me pull it up really quick. So Sam So Strange said yes. Okay, Nerd with the tech said yeah. Okay, I'm getting to a point with this, Lucas. Panther 7 said yes.
Yeah, of course, Panther 7 says yes.
There Reaper says no. For Monica and Darcy Wu, yes. Okay.
See, and I think that's the weird part. When you say, is a show worth it, did it give you something?
Okay, and then yes for Wanda, no for the complete story still. Um
Lewis, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Lewis. You, huh? Yes for Wanda, no for the complete story. You know what, Lewis? You have now confused me. Touche, my brother. Touche. I'm not going to say anything else. He has
C
completely confused me.
Dub says yes. Luis is laughing. Wait, what? We got photon, real magic, spells, runes, etc. Okay,
Didn't,
so
didn't
that's
you didn't you have real magic
with Doctor Strange.
6 years ago? I'm confused now. Like you had real magic 6 years ago.
So it sounds like it's nerd with the tech that it was kind of like more so like Wanda, I'm not Wanda, but Monica's origin story that got him because it's as evident that spells and such was already implicated when it comes to Doctor Strange. So yeah, I mean,
So
I
is
guess
it
they made it more transparent from a witch
so then
standpoint.
is
But
it just a shock that you got a character out of it? Because then it makes me wonder, didn't we know we was getting this character though already?
who, Agnes?
No, Monica.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest pitches. Like that was one of the things. Like Monica Rambeau is gonna make. Like I remember that when they made the announcement and everything. Monica
When she was
Rambeau.
cast as Monica, yeah. Like again, my job is not to question anything. The show is bad, but if you like it, good for you.
I got you, bro. That's hilarious.
I got
It's the
It's
confusion thing.
exactly. But I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone. I'm leaving it alone.
No, unless Wanda's character. I mean, villain of Strange.
Hey, Big James. I'm not calling you Big James. James 79. Because that don't sound right to me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. But James 79, I literally said that because they have not named a villain for Doctor Strange 2. And I said it would be Wanda. Last week, I was killed by a young lady who said that Wanda wasn't evil, and I said Wanda would be the villain for Doctor Strange 2. It would only make sense for her to be the villain in Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah.
And when that happens, people, it can we then officially say that Lou was right, that Wanda's evil? like is that what it's going to take for Doctor Strange for her to be the villain in Doctor Strange? She got his book, so we kind of know she's going to be the villain.
Okay. So Doctor Strange doesn't do incantations or runes.
You live up to your name, my brother. That's
Cool.
all I'm going to say. I get it. I
Look,
get it.
I'm
I get.
with it.
I'm not. Nope.
Get me wrong. It wasn't perfect at all.
Lewis, I'm done with you, Lewis. We've been through this already. You have confused me. Okay, Lewis? You
Lewis,
literally
you're good. It's okay. You
you
don't gotta.
you give it a yes for Wanda, but a no for everything else. I got it. I got it. I got it.
Now when we do Dr. Voodoo. Yo, I gotta get out of here, yo. I might have to leave. We got to cut the chat out in a second. I said didn't.
Huh?
Wait, what?
You said Doctor Strange didn't have.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. Like, yes, that's what we understand. We got it. Like, you got what you needed. You got.
I'm saying, yeah. See, I understand. I understand. You were waiting for. I'm assuming for that to be done in MCU. See, I watched Charm like years ago, so I'm not impressed by incantations and runes. None of that.
I mean, yeah, same for me because I used to look at the originals. But
yeah,
anyway,
and I saw it done better. So I'm not. You're not going to get me for doing something that I've seen done better.
It's all good. I mean, if the MCU's got it, then cool.
Hey, man, that's why I said. You know what? I literally started off a mini rant by saying, if this is what you like, because you are a person who loves the MCU, by all means, as long as it gave you what you think you needed to get.
Yeah, because I think that James has got a best point is that Agnes said that it is literally prophesied that you would. What did she say? You would end the world, or
yes.
Is that what she said?
something of that nature.
So
she has to be the villain for Doctor Strange 2.
So in other words, after Doctor Strange 2, they're gonna kill her. What you saying?
Well,
no, she can't be killed because she exists in every universe. So I don't know what they're gonna do. But yeah,
gonna fight Doctor Strange, right? Something's gonna happen where a multiverse gets created. A Wanda is then going to be corrected by Doctor Strange. You know what, Lewis? You are in the heck. You're in the heck, Lewis. Because clearly you have confused me, my brother. You have.
Bro, what are y'all talking about?
Yes. The Jokers, yes. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Y'all are wow, bro. Lucas, I have a question, young sir. What did you like?
Young sir, boy, I'm so much older than you. Don't let the baby face fool you. I am so much older than you. What did you like out of?
What did I like out of? No, don't.
Lucas, it's a very short list. It's not even hard here.
That's bait. Don't do it, Lucas.
It's not even hard. Guardians of the Galaxy 1, not 2. That was bad. Winter Soldier wasn't bad. The first Captain America wasn't bad. The first Thor, not bad. Serviceable. Ant-Man 1. And that's about it. Oh, Thor. Ragnarok. Entertaining. Good? Nope. Entertaining? Yes. That's about it. Nothing else in the MCU is good for me. Not a goddamn thing else. Everything else is a repeat of something else. And I actually I love movies and love movie telling.
Yeah, they should have, because it was a disservice to the fandom for no apparent reason. They shouldn't even have casted Peter Evans at all to even do it. It just didn't make any sense.
Because they could have brought another actor in to do it.
Could have brought anybody.
Yeah,
could have brought anybody.
It mattered that point.
Like they did that intentionally to draw people in.
Yeah, and because they couldn't get Aaron Taylor Johnson to do it. I think that's the main reason it was Evan Peters and not him. Is because they couldn't get him to do it.
It's a good thing he didn't come, because that would have.
No, he's never coming back to the MCU. After he got his little Oscar, he's like, nope.
The world. Okay, cool. Wanda was born to destroy the world. Got it.
So in other words, she has to be the villain.
The subscribers. Yeah. I mean, it's not even true. I mean, I don't know what she's going to end up being, but yeah.
She's going to be the villain, and they're going to turn her to something good.
I thought he said 2. I don't know what you're talking about. Lucas, I don't agree with you whatsoever, but I respect you.
Oh, most people who love the MCU don't.
Yeah.
Y'all make excuses.
Wait, and y'all, just to be clear, he said ones that were okay. He never said ones that were good. Lucas, which of the MCU films that you consider good?
I said 2. I literally, the first 2 I named are the only ones that are actually good.
And that was Guardians of the Galaxy and The Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah. And and Iron Man 1. Yes. Iron Man 1 is a good movie.
Good movie. Okay.
It is a horrible third act, but it's a good movie.
All right. So just to trigger somebody that we love in our chat, what was better, Infinity War or Endgame?
Oh, you trying to be funny. That's what it is, huh? You're trying to be funny here. You're trying to be funny.
I know exactly what I did when I asked that question, because I know how you feel about both films.
Infinity War is a better movie than Endgame. Endgame is the most bloated piece of shit I have ever seen. It's entertaining, yes. And it is made for nerds to jack off and bust their little nut as much as humanly possible as they watch all the nut busting shit that happens in that movie. But as a movie, it is overly bloated and it makes no sense. So no, it's not a good movie. But here's the thing. Infinity War is not necessarily that much of a better movie, but it is a better movie than Endgame.
All right, that's respect.
I'm done. I'm done.
I don't know how Sam So Strange feels, because he answered this before you answered.
No one no. Endgame. I don't know why people make an excuse for Endgame. I'm still confused about that. I understand. It gave you everything you wanted. Do you not understand? That's why it makes no sense. It gave you everything you wanted. It literally was said, you know what? What do these niggas need? I got it. Do this because the niggas need this. Do this because the niggas need this. Do this because the nigga needs this. And then they gave you everything. And it was bloated. Yes, it's a bloated movie. Yes, you could have done Endgame in 2 hours with no issue at all. But you gave it to you. Y'all loved it for that reason. Don't get mad at me because I can say this is a piece of shit. And I said it. I said it before it opened. Before most of you other people saw it, I said this is a movie's a piece of shit. And I had one of our friends who attempted to lie to everyone about Endgame, just like he tried to lie to everyone about Infinity War. And I told him, I said, dude, this is not a better movie. In which way, shape, form, or fashion? Exactly, sir. Endgame, so many plot holes, but the fans will not. And that's the point of Endgame. It is not made to make sense. It is made just to have you be happy. That's all it is. Endgame is made for you to be happy.
Yeah. So, hey, Luis, I'm gonna leave this with this. The last thing we're gonna read, and then we're gonna leave out here.
Yes, exactly. But I understood that, Lewis. I fully understood it.
It's all good, Lewis.
The moment you said your age, I said it first. I said, okay, I get it. You grew up with this.
Yeah.
We make excuses. I do it to this day. Sam does it. We make excuses for the things we grew up with and the things we love. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. So don't let anyone tell you that your opinion doesn't matter here. I'm just voicing my opinion about things. Sam voices his opinion about things. Everyone in the chat, you're all here to have fun, clown on each other from time to time, but it's never to change your opinion about it. I hope you do love it, Lewis, and I hope they give you more of what you love. Because in the end, that's the most important part of it all, is that they give you entertainment that you love to watch.
Yeah, and Luis, to be fair, you were 15, bro, when Iron Man came out. So, like, it's kind of like, I understand. Like, I mean, during that time, it was The Dark Knight and Iron Man. So, it's like...
your hormones were going crazy. Like, you didn't know what to do. Like, you were 15 when the MCU started.
Yeah, like, I can only imagine.
Hey, man, that's good. Hey, I felt that way. I was around 15 when Batman Forever came out. And I'm guessing I may have been older than that at that point. But I was around 15 when Batman Forever came out. And I still make excuses to this day for Batman Forever. And I acknowledge it's a bad movie, but I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so it's nothing at all wrong with that.
Hey, Sam So Strange, that's a trigger question because there was a time. But now, if you want to see Lucas, he is up here all the time on Team JVS. He is a part of Team JVS officially. But yeah, there was a time. I mean, if you want to tell that backstory, you can, Lucas. Nope. We're about to get out of here.
Sam So Strange? No. I currently am on JVS. You can catch me doing the commentary. Me and Sam doing shows. You catch me doing our group reviews, my solo reviews, everything of that nature. It was a channel I was a part of at one point. I'm not going to talk about that channel. It is some amazingly no, I'm not going to talk about it. But Sam So Strange, thank you, sir. Thank you. You still suck for liking Endgame over in Infinity Wars. You're never going to be able to explain that to me for it to make sense, though. I was reading these books in middle school. Great man. Lewis has made me feel so old.
Yeah, I think Lucas is right. I mean,
but I do love the childlike innocence of it all, and that's the beautiful part of these films. I know we vent, we yell, we talk about these movies, but as I tell everybody, you all who love these characters, you love these comic books, even as bad as a show as I may think this is, you all should still be grateful that it's a show with Wanda and Vision in it.
Yeah. 15
years ago, that was unimaginable.
Yeah, true.
So all of this stuff still happened is still a good thing for you all. And, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
The more content for you all, the better.
Yeah, and if you guys don't mind, it's been here this whole entire time. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that little bell button with the post notifications. Make sure you have it alerted to all, so that way you know as soon as we drop information and content. If you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you are following us right now. For all of you guys that are friends of us in the chat that are still watching this, please don't be offended. Please don't come with no foolishness early in the morning. Yeah. He said, oh man, I'm gone. We're done. We'll be the next thing that we're gonna be doing. Probably, if it's not this week, it'll be this weekend.
VSGL.
No. We'll be look. We might be seeing that, but I'm talking about our commentary for Batman vs Superman. That's what I was talking about.
Oh God. Hey, Sam So Strange. You want now you understand why I get tortured by Sam? He literally just told you I have to do a commentary for Batman versus Superman.
Yo, hey, Lucas said he wanted to do this. He said he wanted to do this.
I'm going to do shit. We just did a whole commentary on Man of Steel, and I never talked about the movie.
He didn't.
I talked about everything else surrounding that horrible movie. And now BVS gets it, and Murder Bat and Murder Superman get it.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Superman and great. Superman and Lois. We do discussions about Superman and Lois. See,
yeah. If y'all want to see our commentary on that, definitely go down to the description bar below. Follow us on Twitch. That's where we're gonna be doing that live, and I'll announce when we're gonna do it. I just don't know when yet. But talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League, if and when we do get it, you definitely want to have the post notifications up because that's going to be biblical. I don't know what I really have no idea what kind of conversation is going to come out with that.
When is the GO?
It's the AOT. Oh, I'm doing that tonight. I'm going to watch it tonight. I might try to get my
AOT. What the hell is that?
Attack on Titan.
Oh, yeah, nope.
I know. I've been trying to get him to the dark side, you guys, to watch anime. And he calls it a very strong term, and I'm not gonna say.
I do not watch Chinese cartoons.
Oh my God, Sam! Why would you say this right there?
Well, Sam So Strange. You go and watch our commentary on Man of Steel, my brother. That is not a great movie.
Go to Twitch.
But you, sir, you kind sir, have let me know just how low your opinion of movies are. So you loved Endgame. And you think Man of Steel is a great movie?
Squad. We're out, you guys. Hope y'all enjoyed this. My voice is shot. I ain't got no more nothing. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Y'all have a blessed one. Have a good night. What I have unleashed.
Hey Sam, I'm not going to agree with you with that type of comment at 11 something at night.
Yeah, we're gonna end it here. We'll come back again. But yeah, if y'all want to see some of this authentic commentary, go ahead and follow us on Twitch, and we'll go full kilter on like movies. So yeah, maybe we'll find something that Lucas really likes that I don't like. It's gonna be really hard. That's gonna be hard. Something that you like that I don't like. That's gonna be really interesting. Finding something that you like that I don't like. That'd be hard.
Or forcing you to watch something.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, we can do P-Valley. There you go. See what I mean? See?
Oh man. Can we watch Snowfall instead?
No. Me and AJ on Big Gold Belt are already reviewing season 4 of Snowfall. Sir.
See you guys. All right, that's a bet. All right, I got y'all. I'm gonna be doing that in just a second. Have a good talk. Good night, you guys. All right, peace.